Hello everyone and welcome to another Marvel Crisis Protocol unboxing, and today we have for you CP49 and CP61 because the numbers are all over the place. Releases, one of which did release on time back in the end of April, I think. Sin and Viper released then. However, I had them as part of one big order for all the releases, so it only just now got to me with the release of Luke Cage and Iron Fist. Now, the Cabal and Domino box should have been dispatched along with this because it is finally in stock in the UK. But they forgot, and I just got these two and I was very confused, so I'm currently chasing that up with customer services and I hope it will arrive. The Deadpool and Bob releases are also in the UK, so I'm still not 100% sure I want that because I don't want the tackle truck scenery, but whatever. We're here to look at these two. I'm very excited for Iron Fist and Luke Cage. Sin and Viper, take or leave it, but at least it's another option for a Cabal leader. But we're going to go in order and start with Luke Cage. Alright, let's take a look at the Heroes for Hire / Defenders if you go by the Netflix shows. Never watched Iron Fist, that was the only one of those I didn't watch because, well, nothing against the actor, just it didn't interest me as much as the other ones. Let's see. Okay, we have our usual assortment, our protective cardboard, and more importantly, our ability to cast Supreme Judgment on assembly instructions. One page, and only one side of one page, is very promising for being good. Okay, so Iron Fist. That looks perfectly acceptable, except the whatever those are. What part of a dragon is those? Feet? Tail? Wings? And they're there to have extra support, which is good. It's so that it has another balancing point. So I get why they're there, but I'm not 100% sure what part of the dragon they're meant to be. But either way, it's an interesting way to show him in the air, like about to slam his fist down. And Luke Cage, oh, it's amazing, his arms are pre-assembled. You don't have to put wrist to fist to elbow, etc. That's great. That might be the easiest assembly instructions I've seen for any of the Crisis Protocol releases for Luke Cage there. Very nice. The sprue. One of these days I will look at sprue of a Crisis Protocol release and we'll find something wrong with it. I don't want to, but one of these days we will. Today is not that day though, it seems like. Simple as Luke Cage. It's just, what, 7 bits? Love to see it. And then Luke Cage, there's the tiny feet, whatever they are. That's going to be annoying. That will be annoying. Especially because they're so thin. Got to be very careful with those because you need them to have that anchor point, I think. Unless you've thought up some other way to pose them, I suppose. Okay, but yeah, that's fine. Let me just open up their cards. Here we go. Come with just some standard icons, some daze icons, activate icons, stagger stun. Let's see what we have here. Kick 'em while they're down. Kingpin throwing money at Daredevil. Kung Lun training, and Heroes for Hire, of course, makes sense. Unaffiliated active. Any character can spend 2, choose an enemy character when targeting the chosen character with an attack this round. Allied characters may reroll 1 attack for each special condition the character has. I mean, I'm probably not, well actually maybe with like the inclusion of Scarlet Witch, who's given out status effects left, right and centre. Maybe that's better now than it seems to me. I guess we'll see. And the training card. When an allied character is attacking or defending, before you calculate whether or not they've succeeded or failed, you can spend 4 to reroll all the attack. There's quite a few cards like this, and nobody really uses any of them, which is a shame in a way. Heroes for Hire, 444 hero. You gotta pay that. Oh, there's a lot of text on this. It's a reactive. When an allied character is targeted by an attack that is within 3 of an allied Luke Cage and or Iron Fist, the allied character spends 2 to play this. So the allied Iron Fist or Luke Cage. Place the ally, whoever it is, within 3. That is within 3 within 1 of the allied character. I hate the way some of these cards are worded. The placed character becomes the target of the attack. After the attack is resolved, if the placed character is not dazed and the attacking character is size 3 or less, you can throw them. So it's equivalent of jumping in the way and taking a hit, and if you survive the hit and the character who's attacking is less than size 3 or size 3 and under, you throw them. Yeah, I guess. There's so many like good generic tactics cards though. I don't know. And then we have the cards. They're both threat 3, which I do remember now. Like, these were supposed to be released so long ago, I have forgotten the minutiae of their cards. But there's Luke Cage if you want to pause and take a look. But yeah, I remember thinking for him, I wish he had been a 4 threat tank. As it stands, he's a fine 3 threat, but I would have liked a threat 4 on par with Captain America, Steve Rogers, or Black Panther, just as an option. Either way though, 4-3-3, 6 health, medium move. He does nothing but physical attacks. I love that his best attack is called Sweet Christmas, and it has a throw built in, of course. He's a street fighter, so he can throw furniture of his size, scenery elements, not furniture. Size 2 or less, small for 2 power, which is similar to Kingpin's street level negotiations, I think it's called. 2 dangerous to ignore. When an enemy character within 2 of this character targets another enemy character, you can spend 2 to become the target of the attack. So that's his tanky thing. He wants to take hits. When he would suffer damage, you reduce it by 1 to a minimum of 1, and he is immune to bleeding because his skin won't break. So that's good enough for 3 threat. He seems fine. 6 health is a lot for a 3 threat character. And he goes down by 1 on his other side. He goes down to 5. Doesn't look like anything changes beyond the health though. I don't believe so. Okay. Yeah, as I say, he's a perfectly fine 3 threat character. I would have liked to see a 4 threat version, but I like Luke Cage. I wanted like a dangerous tank on par with the 2 I mentioned. Iron Fist, Danny Rand, 3 threat, 5 health, medium move, 3-3-3. He does a mixture of physical and energy, mostly energy, including his big Iron Fist, which I believe hurts him or something from memory. 4 damage is dealt. If the character has an activated token, it gains stagger. If it doesn't have an activation token, he stops people from activating if they haven't activated yet. And if they have, they get staggered, so their next turn they only get to do 1 thing. You've got to store up a massive 8 power to do it, because Danny Rand is useless at using the Iron Fist. But that's still really powerful for a 3 threat character if you can get it out, so you need a way to feed him power really. Immortal Weapon, during the power phase he gains an additional 1 power, so he's getting 2 every power phase in total. And he has Master Martial Artist. When he's defending against physical or energy within range 3, he adds blanks. That sounds like a better tanky ability than anything Luke Cage has. Oh well. So he stays at 5 health on his wounded side. I like the art on the wounded side. I like it better than that side, honestly, because his hand looks weird. Like, who's he going to punch with that? Anyway, Flying Kick, Chi Strike, the Iron Fist. I kind of expected the Iron Fist to become cheaper on his wounded side, not by much, like 1 or 2 power, but no, it stays the same. Like to show him, like, knowing that the end is near, so he wants to try hard and channel the power or something, but I guess it might be too powerful. It is 9 dice, to be fair, and it does steal activations, which is really, really powerful. You've got to focus him down like Bob Agent of Hydra. You don't want him to get off the big attack he can do. Interesting. Nothing much else that I can see changes on that side. I'll get this moved out of the way though, and we can take a look at the Daughter of the Red Skull and Hired Hand. Alright, here we are, Sin and Viper. Kind of disappointed they went with like generic Sin. I was hoping they would, well, they still might, but I was hoping for her Fear Itself version when she has one of the worthy hammers. She looks more like her father there, with the whole like messed up face and whatnot, but whatever. Viper, I don't remember anything about. I think she was in one of the Avenger cartoons, but that's all. I know nothing about her. Sin I know vaguely from Fear Itself, but not this version of Sin. This version of Sin she plays an important part in the Death of Captain America trilogy / Winter Soldier. Oh, okay, paper was in the wrong place there, so it wasn't really protecting against anything. 1-page assembly instructions again, wow. Oh wow, there's only 4 steps to Viper, that's what I like to see. Okay, but there's a bit more of steps to Sin, but honestly, perfectly acceptable. Then yeah, Viper is 4 steps, and the last one's just put the rock onto the base, or whatever it is she's standing on. Who'd have thought that one of the most nondescript releases has some of the best assemblies? It's just do what you would do now. Like, you wouldn't need the assembly instructions for how simple these are, which is good. Because overly complex assembly instructions are horrible. See any Malfax. assembly instructions. Which I know I don't play, but my friend does, and he frequently shows me the assembly instructions for those miniatures. And that is how to drive someone away from a game. Because it did. I was interested. Then I saw the assembly instructions and was like, no thank you. So that is Viper, I think, because I think that's her sword. Oh wait, no, that's Sin, sorry, because that's her knife and that's her gun. So this is Viper? No, that's Sin. Wait, why is she holding a sword? Oh, she is. Yeah, okay, that's a katana. I thought it was a dagger. That is actually a katana in a hand, and she's got a pistol as well. Two very simple bits of sprue. Tiny. I don't think they come with a... Oh no, they do. They come with a mission. Unless one of them launches a nuke. Well, that's handy then. Again, these released so long ago, I don't remember anything about their cards, other than Cynthia is a Cabal leader, alternative to her father, of course. So that's why we get some more Hydra markers, a stagger, a slow, a poison, and then whatever that nuke is for mission somewhere? No mission, must be for a tactics card then. Interesting. Tash and Cinder, Sin with her boyfriend Crossbones. At the start of the activation phase, Sin or Crossbones spends 2. Place a demolition charge, that's what that is. Place a demolition charge within 3 of whichever character spent. During the next cleanup phase, all characters within 2 take the stun special condition and suffer 2 damage. You also destroy all terrain of size 3 or less within 2. So you might be thinking, well, doesn't that give everyone a whole turn to get away? Yeah, but you can manipulate people so that they get stuck next to it. And if you put it right next to an objective, they might have a little choice but to take the 2 damage. So that's quite interesting. Illicit Tech, which is a hilarious picture. Crossbones looking like Bane, with 3 other people watching while he fires a... I don't even know how to describe that. A railgun, maybe? Oh, this is what it is. To drop it. It was, of course, an XBO SIN plasma rifle, obviously. Who wouldn't know that? Range 5. 6 energy dice. And Crossbone or Sin can use it for 1 power. You get power equal to damage dealt. After it's resolved, the target character and enemy characters within 2 gain Incinerate. That's really good because people like Crossbones are obviously hindered by being physical only, and I can see off the corner of my eye that Sin is as well. That gives them an energy option, which is good. This attack can only add dice from crit results, no other way, you can't modify. That seems good. And it's unaffiliated, but it has to be Crossbones or Sin, so we don't need to be in a Cabal list to do that. So, I think Viper is a fairly nondescript 3 threat, but Cynthia Schmidt is a 3 threat, 3/3/4 defense, only 4 health, medium move, but she is a Cabal leader with an automatic pistol and make it personal. She certainly did that in the Death of Captain America trilogy. I don't want to say what she does to, who is it she does it to? Sharon Carter, I think. She does something absolutely horrible to her that should not be spoken about here in polite conversation. Red Mayhem is our affiliation bonus. During the cleanup phase, after scoring victory points, roll a die for each objective token contested by an allied cat. Pardon me a moment. Sorry about that. Anyway, as we were saying, Red Mayhem. So for every objective that's contested by an ally, you roll, and if the result is a crit, wild, or hit, you push enemies that are contesting it small, away from the objective. Roll a die for each enemy character that's holding an asset within 2 of an allied character. If the result was a hit, crit, or wild, they drop the asset. Now that is really powerful, and that doesn't mean that Sin has to be within 2 of an allied character, it's anyone within 2 of an enemy character. That's what makes her potent without needing to be super tough herself. You can force people to be dropping assets left, right, and center. The objective push away, that's fine. But yeah, the acid dropping is really interesting. My dog disagrees. She doesn't like the phone, so now she's here sulking, wanting attention. So we'll get through this a bit quicker. She has the standard hit and run for 2 power. Tons of characters have hit and run. Partners in crime. At the end of this character's activation, if she's within 4 of Crossbones, it's the Corvus Glaive Proxima Midnight thing for 0 power. Heir to the Wicked. When this character is damaged, after the effect is resolved, and as long as it's not dazed, it gains 1 power. Okay, so she has a bit more power generation, but she does only have 4 health, so it's not that great. She has stealth, so only target within 3. On her flip side, she gets much tougher. I like the art. She goes from 4 health to 6, which is pretty awesome. 334 still. Her 2 basic attacks appear to remain the same, as does her affiliation bonus. She has hit and run still, partners in crime, heir to the wicked, and stealth. So the only thing that changes is she starts taking it seriously. She goes up 2 health, 10 health in total. That's much better. And the fact that her affiliation bonus doesn't change is also good. Yeah, her strongest aspect does seem to be the affiliation, the second part of the affiliation bonus. Although, make it personal, it's... If you get a wild and a crit after the attack's resolved, you can make an additional make it personal without paying the power cost. That's pretty good. Okay. And what does that second bit say? It must target the original character, and it is a mystic attack instead of normal type. That's also very interesting. I wish I'd read that sooner. 4 power, which isn't that expensive, honestly. You've got to get the wild and the crit though, and it is the same on her healthy side as well. So finally, Viper. 1 comes in red, 1 comes in green. 5 health, long move, 333. A bunch of physical related attacks, 2 of which have poison. Actually no, 1 has venom. Poison is just the poison stats effect, 1 is stun, and then the last one, venom, does slow and stun. You'd have thought it would have been like slow and poison, or poison and stun. It's a bit weird. Displacement ring for 2 power, she can be placed within 2 of her current position. And then coiled serpent for 2 power. When it's targeted by an attack within 2, you can use this power instead of roll. Oh, I see. It's the same as like the Taskmaster ability, and who else has an ability like that? Winter Soldier? No, Agent of Shield, Black Widow maybe? Someone else besides Taskmaster has this ability where instead of rolling normal defense dice, you roll 5, and if you take no damage, you do damage back. And she also has stealth, so 2 stealthy ladies. Now, she stays on 5 health on her wounded side. She appears to have the same 3 stats effects. I don't think any of her actual other stats change. As I say, fairly nondescript to me. Maybe she has a big following from the comics, I don't know. But Viper I did not know of. Sin I know of, only because of 2 comics, both of which highly recommended reading. Or, well, one is a trilogy, but still. Fear Itself, and then the Captain America, or Death of Captain America trilogy, which is... Oh, it starts with Winter Soldier, and then it's Red Menace, I think, and then, or maybe it was Red Mayhem, and that's why our Cabal ability is called that, and then finally the Death of Captain America. You can usually buy the trilogy together, that's what I did. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. That was a look at CP49 and 61 for Crisis Protocol. As I say, I did want to include Cabal and Domino, but it didn't arrive, so we might see that in the future. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you're enjoying the Crisis Protocol content, and I'll see you in the future for either another unboxing or another battle report. Until then, ta-ta for now.